Oh, hey. Forgot you guys were there. All right, well, anyways, another video at my windy property. But this video right here, guys, I want to discuss some things with you guys. And I'm going to share with y'all what I've decided to do for having a home here on the land. So, let's get into it. Oh, I can't with this wind anymore. I just can't. All right, this is going to be one pretty long video right here, which is going to be good for me because I don't have to do a lot of editing. But I did want to talk to you guys about a few things about what I'm doing here. And also, since I've been back here to the property from taking my little break at the lake, kayaking and all that stuff, it has been non-stop wind. Like non-stop. I have my microphone on right now. Hopefully it's going to block some of this wind noise, but it's made it very difficult for me to be outside filming anything, even working on anything. So, thank God I still had a lot of work to do inside the shed, but I know you guys are getting tired of seeing the videos on the shed. But I'm pretty much almost finished with the inside of the shed, not decorating it and all that stuff, but, you know, getting the walls up and painted and everything, which you guys will see over the next couple of videos. And then hopefully the shed stuff is going to, you know, I'll move on to other things. As you guys actually, you're going to see in one of the upcoming videos, I have started digging a hole for the outhouse and everything, because I do plan on doing an outhouse. I think I've mentioned it before in the videos. I'm doing the outhouse for, like, if my aunt or any company wants to come visit me and they don't have their own bathroom set up, like if they're tent camping or something, the outhouse will be for them. Because I have a compost toilet inside of my bus, and I'm just going to use my compost toilet. I'm going to use my compost toilet until I get a house built. I'm trying to find the best way to stand where the wind isn't as bad. So, you know, this wind has been a complete test for me, like absolute test for me, guys. We have been here at the property now for about 2 months. Yeah, for about 2 months. And every single day that we've been here, it has been nonstop wind. Every day. We have not had one day of no wind. Not one day. And it just seems like it's getting worse and worse. So it's really, really testing me a lot. And, you know, a lot of people keep saying that it's just Arizona and that it's just during the springtime. But once summer gets here, then the wind dies down and it's not bad anymore. The wind is only bad during the springtime. And then, you know, we are up at about 7,000 feet elevation, so we are high elevation. So I know the the wind is bad at high elevation. But something's got to give. It's really got to give, because the wind is really testing me so bad right now. But anyways, so what I wanted to discuss with you guys is the shed. You know, I am ready to get the walls and everything done. Like I said, you'll see in the next couple of videos, because as soon as I got here back to the property, due to the lovely weather that Mother Nature wants to give us, the only thing I can do is be inside that shed and work, or be inside the bus. I can't do anything out here right now. It's just physically impossible, not unless I wake up at, well, I do wake up at 6 in the morning, but I'm not motivated at 6 in the morning. So I would have to wake up like at 4:35 in the morning and come out here and just start working, and maybe I need to start doing that. So the shed though, I'm sorry that it has taken me so long to get the shed done and everything. But you guys got to think, you guys have to realize, sorry, that I'm doing all this, you know, on my own. Yes, my friends do come and help me out a little bit, but basically they come over and they show me how to do things and tell me how something needs to be done in case I don't know how to do it, because they're more knowledgeable in this stuff than I am. I've never done any of this stuff before. So they'll come over, show me how to do something, and then I just start doing it on my own. Or I will have them help me, like I need them to help, you know, hold a plywood up or something, you know. When I need help, I know I need help. So, but for the majority of the part, I'm doing a lot of it by myself. And I've only been here for about 2 months, and I think I'm doing pretty good in the short amount of time that I've been here already. This is all new to me. So I'm learning in the wind. So, and then, you know, I've already said it plenty of times, I have carpal tunnel in my hands. So like sometimes doing some of this work, I have to stop and take a break so my hands can start feeling better, or my wrist. And sometimes it's so bad that I have to just completely stop for the rest of the day. Yeah, so just be patient, guys. Be patient. But I've decided not to live in the shed. It wasn't going to be my permanent home. It was going to be my temporary home. And after doing all the work on the shed and everything, I just think it's best for me to continue living in the bus. Also, I don't want to be spending, Jesus Christ. I also don't want to be spending all this money on making this a temporary home when that money can be going towards something else, because, you know, I'm spending a lot of money, you know, getting this land done and everything. So, and I feel like the money that I'm spending needs to be money that needs to be spent on things that I really need done. So I'm gonna move you guys real quick. I'm moving the camera real quick. Okay, camera is right beside the Jeep, so hopefully that blocks the wind. And then I'm in between both the vehicles. So yeah, so this is why I told you guys I didn't want to make any rationalized decisions on what kind of home I wanted here at the land, because I know me. I know I'm constantly changing my mind. I jump to things right away sometimes. You know, so I'm trying to be smart about the house situation, and I'm going to discuss in this video right here what kind of house I'm kind of leaning towards wanting to build. But for right now, back to the shed. I just, you know, I've already spent enough money on getting the shed here. All the plywood, all the insulation, the paint, the primer, you know, all the stuff that I've already spent the money on for the shed. And realistically, you know, once I get everything done, that I have right now to do in the shed. I still would have to get a bed. I still would have to get a wood burning stove. There'd be a lot of other stuff that I'd have to spend the money on to make that livable, temporary, and it just doesn't make sense. I have the bus. The bus is built out. It is good to go. And, you know, I have a diesel heater that I will be eventually putting on the bus. It's not really important right now because it's about to be the summertime. But before winter, I will have a diesel heater on the bus. And then for the shed, what I'm basically going to do is I am finishing building it. And you guys see that I have, from the other videos and the future videos that are coming out, I do have some kitchen cabinets and counters, and then you know, a countertop and everything. And I will be putting those up still in the shed. And then I'm going to put like a chair in there. And I'm thinking about maybe still getting a small wood burning stove to put in the shed. But basically, once this shed is built out, I'm basically going to use it as my lounge area, food storage, and storage for right now. Kind of like what I originally was going to use it for. You know, originally I was just going to use it for a food pantry and storage. So yeah, so now, you know, all I have to do is just go buy a chair and a small little wood burning stove, and it'll be just a little lounge area when I get tired of being in the bus sometimes. And then, you know, during the daytime, I can go in there to the shed, use the wood burning stove, hang out there, you know, in the winter time when it's really cold and we got snow and everything. And then the bus, I can use the diesel heater at nighttime and my electric blanket that I use all the time during the winter time. So I think that's just the best decision. The outhouse, you know, because the shed is over here. The water tank is one of the things that I'll be working on in the next couple of weeks. Like I said, I'm just trying to finish this darn shed up. The water tank, I've already figured it out, how I'm going to insulate it and how I'm going to block it off. It's too hard for me to explain, but actually one of my subscribers, she sent me some pictures on how she did a garden bed. And she did it with these blocks and these pieces of wood and everything. And I thought it was great to use that idea for the water tank. So I will be doing that soon, and then we will be getting water brought in finally. For right now, as far as the water situation goes, there is lots of water stations in the surrounding towns, and for 5 gallons of water, it's only $1, or 1 gallon is only 25 cents. So we've been taking our water jugs that we have already. We've just been going in town, filling them up, and, you know, I know how to use my water very sparingly, so. All right, well, let's see. I'm gonna aim it over here so you guys can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about for what I'm thinking about doing for a home. All right, I have tossed it up in the air so much on what kind of home do I want. Both of my friends, they both got those shed homes, the Graceland shed homes. And they're really cute. They really are. You know, they're basically these homes that were already built. It's the shell. They're not insulated, no walls. It's just the shell of the home with the windows and one door. And if you want extra windows and extra door, it's extra money for it. But, you know, that's not my cup of tea. I'm not really big on these shed homes, even though I was about to make me a temporary small shed home. Let me go turn this rodent repellent off. Hold on. These rodent repellents, I kind of forget to always turn them off. I know that you guys don't really want to listen to that bing in the background. So, and yeah, so I have rodent repellents around my whole entire area. There's actually 12 of them. So it's a lot, but it's working, I think. So anyways, for my home, I have tossed it up in the air about doing the shipping containers as homes, couple other things or whatever. But, you know, you guys know me, I like to be unique, and I want something that I'm going to be happy with, not something that I feel like, oh, it's going to be easy for me to do this or whatever. So I want something unique and something I'm going to be happy with, and something that's going to keep the wind away. Whew. So, hear me out. And I've been thinking about this one for a long time, and I think this is what I'm going to do. It's going to be a little while before I start on building the home, because I've already said we've only been here for 2 months, and I'd like to be here for the rest of the year so I can get a feel of each season that we have here on the land. I want to know how, we all know how spring is. So we know how spring is. And then I want to know how summer is. And I do know that like one of the months out of the summertime, it is monsoon season. And then I want to know how the winter is. And then we got the fall. Okay, fall, then winter. You know, so I just want to feel out how each season's going to be here at the land. Get a feel of it before I start building my home. But what I'm thinking about doing for my actual home, and I'm pretty excited about it. And to be honest with you, I don't think it really is going to matter on how the wonderful weather is going to be here at this property with this kind of home. So, yeah. So, out here, you know, I am at the back of the property. My friends are in the front of the property. And I know sometimes on the camera, it looks like we're a little close, but we're not. We are spread out. We have 40 acres. So we're pretty spread out. I'm up here by the hill. And with me being up here by the hill, you would think that it would block some of that wind. I'm going to kind of use this hill as an advantage for me a little bit. So I'm thinking about somewhere in this area over here, digging about 3 feet underground, going about 3 feet underground. And the reason why I say 3 feet is because 3 feet, I mean, I could go further, and I'm going to give it some thought. But 3 feet, because we had somebody come out here and do a test on our land and everything, 3 feet is about as far down as you can go on this land before you start hitting the rocks and the caliche and stuff. So, meaning it's going to be more difficult to have to get through those rocks and the caliche and everything. I hope I'm saying that right. Anyways, so I want to dig about 3 feet underground for the bottom of my house. And like I said, maybe further. I don't know. We'll see. But underground, basically. So the whole bottom of the house, the base of the house, will be underground. So then, for above, I thought I heard that tarantula hawk. You can hear them coming. So for above, you know, a lot of people keep saying the Kwanzaa huts, and I have looked at a lot of those videos. So I'm thinking about putting like the top of the Kwanzaa hut above the the bottom of the house and everything, and then doing the cob, you know, the cob houses that are made out of the dirt, the straw, and water. By the ways, this dirt and this land, the soil that we have here at the property is perfect for doing adobe homes and perfect for doing the cob homes. So that's what made me really lean towards this. So the Kwanzaa hut top or whatever that will go over the bottom of the opening, whatever, of my house, I will do the cob stuff on top of it, and that will be the insulation for it, ideally. I mean, I'm obviously going to do a little bit more research in all this and everything. It's something I've been thinking about for a while, but I haven't really researched it too much. I've always known about the adobe and the cob homes and all that stuff. So I have some time to research it and really think it through, but I'm leaning towards that. And for the ones that don't know and you're confused of why I would want to go underground with my home, it's because when you go underground, you're insulated. I won't have to worry about, you know, the heat and the cold and all that. Like it's kind of like a greenhouse effect. It would be insulated, and I wouldn't have to worry about the heater and AC units and all that. It's an insulated home because it's an earth. It's made with the earth. So yeah, in the comments, drop what you think. Tell me what you think about that. But I think that's honestly what I'm leaning towards. And I'm just gonna have to figure out exactly where I want to do this at, when I want to start doing it, and do some research. And I will probably, when I start doing the cob stuff with the dirt and the straw and the water and all that, I'm probably gonna do some kind of thing where some of you guys will be able to come out and come help me and spend like a week or something and help me do some of the cob on the house and everything, because once I start on it, I'm gonna want to get it kind of done, because I don't want rain getting in there or anything like that. So I have some ideas, but I'm gonna need some help on that for sure. I might think that I'm She-Ra or you know, but realistically, I'm gonna need help building a home. So tell me what you guys think about that, and be nice about it. You know, please be nice. But I'm highly thinking that that's what I'm gonna do for a home. But for right now, before that time comes, I will be eventually moving the bus over by the shed also, so I will be closer to the bus so I can have both of those places right by each other. Because of the wind, I am going to build a cement wall that's gonna go somewhere like around like right here and stuff. That's another thing I'm trying to figure out, is the cement wall, because if I'm gonna have my house over here, then I wouldn't want a wall blocking the house thing. So it's just a lot to figure out. Like I said, I've only been here for 2 months and my mind is just going crazy with so many ideas and so many things to do, and I wish I could do it overnight, but I can't, you know. So wish I could just snap my fingers and it's done. Well, then that takes all the fun out of it. So all right, well, that's about it. Just wanted to share. I thought it was time to share with you guys on what I wanted to do for a home and everything. I'm almost about 95% sure that that's what I'm gonna go for my home. And I'd love to hear what y'all's thoughts and opinions are on that, and any suggestions, or if any of you guys have ever done something like that, please please send me an email and let me know, because I would love to pick your brain, you know, about that. So gonna go inside, cook some dinner, and get out of this wind. Till next time.